my phone this time because you know, my computer is having a lot of connection issues, mostly because I already explained it on my community tab, but not everyone reads the community tab. But so people are renovating my house, the kitchen, like we do it every this time of year, and the connection was working fine the other day when I was reacting to the latest Nintendo Direct, but I wasn't able to I mean, like, I'm still having problems with my microphone. I can't download. I can't have the audio on the computer be used or something like that. I don't know. But hey, I just hope some fans come in and chat about newer stuff. So yeah, these are mostly things that have been in the news recently. I know they released the Fast and Furious X trailer today, which I did not watch. I'm not interested in the Fast and Furious franchise. Like, I heard those movies are just dumb anyway. I mean, I'm into action movies. I like dumb, fun movies, but I'm basically Martin Scorsese when it comes to Fast and Furious, meaning they're not cinema. So yeah. All right. I don't know if anyone it will be here, but let's see. But yeah, just in case. But yeah, anyway, just in case people do come, I'm just gonna talk, just to talk. But yeah, I'm starting to turn things around in my personal life. Like, it's not really mental health issues; it's just emotion issues. But yeah, I rather not go too much into it since personal. But yeah, stuff like that. So yeah, and also yes, I want to thank Rubik's Gaming for coming on my live stream the other day, even though it was buffering a lot. I really hope it's not buffering here, but it probably won't since it's on my phone and the Wi-Fi's turned off and stuff like that. Speaking of which, I want to give a little history to this little gremlin right here, Rob. This is a vintage 1980s Rob toy from when the Nintendo Entertainment System first launched. I always wanted this Rob toy ever since I played Super Smash Bros. Brawl when I was 7, and I finally got it for Christmas when I was like 8 or 9, I think. I don't know if these are scratch marks or something. I don't know, but yeah, it's a little dirty in some places, but hey, that's what you get for an old toy. Okay, there's one person in the chat, and he left. Of course, that's what happens all the time in these goddamn live streams. Anyway, yeah. So yeah, we got Rob right here, and so yeah, and so anyway, I'll just start the news videos. So yeah, first off, I want to talk about the Disney sequels that were announced. First off, I want to start with Toy Story 5, which I don't know why they're making a Toy Story 5. I don't know what you could do from there after say, such a good final what is it? I mean, Toy Story 3 was a perfect ending. And Toy Story 4, while I thought it was unnecessary, I did thought it was good. Despite the movie have tons of conveniences, I didn't notice that until I watched EFAT Movies reaction to Toy Story 4. But yeah. And so yeah, and plus Tim Allen has confirmed that he is coming back. So I'm really glad about that. Oxen Moxie, welcome to the stream. So anyway, so and so of course hi, nice to meet you. So of course I'm gonna get a little political here, but it's gonna be brief. But I feel bad for Tim Allen because he's getting cast out of Hollywood because of his beliefs. I don't want to go too far into it, but yeah, regardless of what you believe, I don't think he should be casted out of anything unless if he says like anti-Semitic things. But anyway, yeah. But nice emoticon right there, Moxie. So yeah, oh, I'm glad Tim Allen's coming back. Like, he is having a good relationship with Disney so far. He has oh god, what is it? the new Santa Claus show, which I only watched half of the first season and I wasn't really a big fan. I'm not going to spoil something that I already know, but it's a little reference to the first film. This cat always wants to be with me for some reason. Uh, so anyway, so yeah, oh, I posted a meme on community tabs where it was like Woody and Saving Private Ryan because I just watched that movie recently. I didn't really pay too much attention to it because I was tired and I was watching it in a classroom. But yeah, and so yeah, it kind of makes sense that I would make that meme. But yeah, you know, you don't really need to continue Woody's story. Just have Buzz be the main character. Just have like an apocalypse happen and the toys are the only people who survive. I know that's dark, but hey, Pixar is starting to get really, really mature, unnecessarily mature, but hey, I'll allow it. But anyway, next up is Frozen 3. I don't know what you would do with the Frozen 3. Like, why would you make a Frozen 3 out of all things? Like, I mean, I get it. It's one of Disney's biggest franchises. A little overhyped. I love the first movie. I love the second movie. Like, I like all the songs. Even Let It Go. I didn't listen to that 24/7, but I remember that song was overplayed all the time back in my time. I remember seeing the first Frozen movie in theaters when I was 7, and I went to go see the sing along in theaters, and people behind me were like singing in the back, and like that shows how much of a phenomenon Frozen has become. And yeah, Let It Go is good but overrated. Yeah, yeah, it definitely is. Uh, but yeah, like I just wish Disney could move on. Like like they could like do more with Encanto. They could do more with whatever other animated movie that's coming out. There's that new Wish movie coming out this year, which I'm not interested in. I'm gonna be honest. I'm not really interested in a lot of modern day animated features nowadays. I saw Puss in Boots: The Last Wish, and I thought that movie was okay at best. It's very overrated and very flawed. But hey, if people love it, then that's fine. I'm glad being the odd man out because that's the best part of the human race. It's diversity of thought. And so yeah, like yeah. I also did not see Strange World because I don't care. And like the movie didn't look interesting, and I was even more disinterested when they mentioned like the politics that were behind the film. Like I watched Chris Gore talk about the movie, and yeah, I was expecting you to say that. Anyway, so yeah, I watched Chris Gore talk about Strange World, and it sounds even worse from what I heard. So yeah. And next up, Zootopia 2. Now, Zootopia 2, I think, is kind of interesting. Like, why would you greenlight a sequel, especially 7 years after the original? I remember seeing that movie in the theater when I was like 9. Like, surprisingly, I remember. I have a good memory. Like I remember seeing that movie right after I was at my sister's softball game because she used to play softball. But yeah, I have plenty of stories to tell my grandkids. So anyway, yeah, you know, Zootopia 1. It's not. Did you watch Zootopia Plus? It has nice shorts. No, I did not watch Zootopia Plus, nor do I care. But yeah, the first film isn't as good as everyone says it is. It definitely did not deserve the best animated feature win. I think that definitely belonged to Moana, and or maybe Kubo and the Two Strings because that was stop motion, had a good story. Like I think best animated feature should not be just biased towards a popular company. It should really be what is it? It should really be oh hell yeah, Moana. Yeah, Moana. Make way. I need to make. I'm doing a lot of singing shorts, which are memes, and so yeah, and so with got done dirtier. To be honest, well, like, do you mind explaining that in further detail? But anyway, yeah, I think the Oscars should vote animated features from quality and production, not just by biasness of company. Like like when it comes to best animated feature of 2019, I definitely think Klaus deserved to win. Yeah. Got it now. Like Klaus should have won because of its animation quality and emotional scenes. Like I think that the animation company that made that movie only made that movie and that was it. which is kind of wasted potential. But I know they were going to make another movie, but Netflix canceled it. But hey, hey, Netflix is a god awful company anyway. But yeah, so yeah, Zootopia 2. I don't even know what you would do with a Zootopia 2. I don't know, make a film adaptation of the Zootopia A Word comic from Borba, where Judy Hopps gets assassinated like JFK. Thinking about it just makes me laugh. Okay, there's another person in the chat. Hi, whoever you are. So anyway, yeah, not the comic, bruh. Yep, I'm mentioning the comic. Giggity, giggity, giggity. I'm mentioning the comic. And yeah, I don't think Disney would ever do a film adaptation of that. But hey, given how dark Disney has become, I definitely think I wouldn't be surprised if they would do something like that. But yeah, and like to the point where they would have interbreeding, like the director Zootopia did say that would be possible in the Zootopia universe, like Judy Hopps and Nick have a kid, which are a mixed species, which is just awful. I don't want that in my mind. I am not a furry. Well, I'm not a furry, but God, if only Crystal was a fighter in Smash, I would definitely have that. I would definitely have her amiibo. But anyway, so animal hybrids, yeah, hybrids. Yeah, and so yeah, Zootopia, Hopia 2, like I'll see it. But yeah, I don't have as much as an attachment to animation like the rest of the internet does. Like, if anyone sees my community tabs or looks at, hold on, all these VHSs right here, you know that I'm a huge live action retro fan. And a lot of those I just got like today. So yeah. So anyway, in other Disney news, I want to talk about the possible selling of Hulu. So so Bob Iger said he is open to selling Hulu, which chat, I want your thoughts on that. Oh, look, a moth. Just kidding. No, there's no moth. There's me in the back. There's my microphone, even though I'm not recording on my computer. But anyway, can I say something? Your facial structure kind of looks like Arnold Schwarzenegger. It actually kind of does. Oh my god, it actually kind of does. Like, hold on. I need a. Kind of does a bit. It kind of does. Are you sure that I wasn't adopted and Schwarzenegger is my long lost grandfather? I mean, part of me would want that, but part of me would also not want that because, as much as I love the dude, he's kind of gotten a bit weird in recent years. Hey, there's a third person in the chat. Please don't leave. Anyway, yeah. So, yeah. Anyway, back to the whole Hulu thing. So, real. Yeah. So, anyway, back to the whole Hulu thing. So, so with Hulu, something I want to. God. So I went to Bora Bora in French Polynesia this summer, and my Disney Plus changed to that region setting, and so I was able to get Star, which had a lot of Fox movies. Predator, Planet of the Apes, Kingsman. Kingsman is a really good movie. I'm talking about the first movie, Secret Service. That's one of my favorites of all time. And uh, it's also based off a comic book too. I don't know how accurate it is to the comic book, but I still really love the movie. But also Golden Circle sucked. But anyway, I'm done fanboying. Anyway, when it comes to the Disney selling of Hulu, like it wouldn't really be a loss because you have all this adult content on Disney Plus in other countries, and yet you're requiring us to go do that with other streaming services like here in the United States. Like that's kind of a scam, in my opinion. And when you have when there's sorry, I lost my chain of thought, and plus my cat is doing her litter box in the back. And so like when you have Hulu, which of course has a bunch of Disney originals like Prey, Modoc. I'm pretty sure everyone has forgot about Modoc by now because people say it's bad. I thought it was kind of funny. I haven't watched it since it came out, which was like 2 years ago now. But yeah, I definitely think that if you were to sell Hulu, it wouldn't be that much of a loss because you could just put it onto Disney Plus. Like it's that simple. MHM. I'm sorry, I'm not good at syllables or whatever it's called. Uh, so and when there's like and when there's like and then like you know and plus if you're going to move all the stuff to Disney Plus, and plus it's going to be inevitable for Disney Plus to add more Fox content because they added in the Marvel Netflix shows, which are all TVMA. I only watched the first season of Daredevil, but I got tired. But I will watch it again eventually because everyone says it's really good. Everyone says season 3 is the best, but I'll watch it eventually. Uh, and of course they added in Deadpool, Logan, stuff like that. I still haven't seen Logan, but I do know about the ending. Of course, everyone knows the ending. Like, if you ever were to spoil, wow, you just spoiled the ending of Logan, even though the movie came out years ago and everyone's been praising it. Yeah, whatever. Just have your superhero version of The Last of Us. But anyway, yeah. So, and of course, I Disney Plus has been also adding in some social justice type content onto their service, which actually, oh, like fine, Disney, do whatever you want. I don't want to get political, but yeah, like you could have like movies like Die Hard on the same streaming service as Mickey Mouse Clubhouse. Oh god, I just got an idea for a parody video. I'll explain it later. But yeah, and plus I looked it up. Hulu's net worth is about $16 billion. That's like a third, like one out of third. I don't know how it goes. That's basically a third of what Disney used to buy Fox, and a 30% stake in Hulu. And Disney also owned a 30% stake in Hulu prior to the acquisition of Fox. Fox happened in So yeah, he got the so yeah, they got the Fox rights, you know, the Hulu stake and stuff like that. And so Disney owns most of Hulu, Comcast owns some of Hulu, and if they were to sell Hulu, I think they were going to sell all of it to Comcast, which makes the most sense in the long run because, Comcast, that's one of the reasons why Comcast was in a bidding war to buy Fox, which part of me wishes Comcast would have bought Fox because I wonder what they could have done with all their properties and like the parks. And it kind of makes sense for Disney to buy Fox because at the same time, Fox owned the X-Men, the Fantastic Four, at least the film rights, not the rights in general. So yeah, and so that's it for the Hulu decision. So, chat, I want to hear your thoughts on it. Chat, I want to hear your thoughts on it. Oh, I gotta go. Have fun, man. All right, you too, Oxen Moxie. Moxie, have a good night. Thank you for joining the stream. All right, I guess I'll end the stream for the night. It's like 10 o'clock where it's like 10 o'clock where I am at right now, and I guess I'll just end it. All right, see you guys. But since we're talking about Disney,